Uppy, uppy, uppy. It's one funny morning. I'm Dana Blizzard, and it's too early in the morning. This is the dumbest show in the whole world.
From Monday
to Friday. Sometimes on Saturdays.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
Dean stinks.
You never know what's gonna happen.
That's your Dateline voice?
I don't know.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It's not a chicken leg. This is a chicken leg.
Look at that manhole cover on my face.
Not a bad rendition of me. Hold on.
We know your brother. We'll give you a ride to school or whatever.
That's called
our
murder
stuff.
in New Jersey.
he was a lot
Like what is?
with his everything.
Oh,
What's outside your Puerta de Clima?
that's Stella!
Yeah!
Hi, my name is Susan Carnews, and I live in Firestone, Colorado. And there's nothing like sitting in my happy place on a nice day and listening to the birds and enjoying the peace and quiet. Now here's to you, Dina. Uppy, uppy, uppy.
Susan, what a pretty backyard. I love your special spot. Thank you for sharing it with me. I'm dying to see if Judy saw the hot tub. I know. Judy, did you see that hot tub that Susan has? Susan, I feel like I want to come over and just plant all flowers along. You should just put hydrangeas all along that back wall. Oh, that would be gorgeous. Good morning. I know the hot tub, Shakendra, was the first thing I saw. Good morning. Good morning. Ollie said, I'm done school. Kiddo is done today. We both survived 5th grade. So fabulous. Junior's like, girl, of course I saw it. Susan, what's your address? Junior's on her way over. So good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day, and the whole weekend is supposed to suck. So enjoy it. Diana, can't wait to see it. And are you doing the yard that's in Fire Island, or are you going to do your other yard? I can't wait to see either one. Yeah, I don't know why, Nancy. I don't know why. Stephanie does them all. And hydrangeas are pretty easy, Ollie, really? I like them. I think they're pretty hardy. What are you doing to them? You know what, too? I think it depends on your garden zone, you know? So it might just be that they don't. Let's blame that. It's not you. It's the universe. So good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful morning here. I'll do Fireland first. I'm getting ready for renters. Okay. Well, good morning, everybody. Girl, you made it. Girl, it's Friday. And it was a great day yesterday. I did a lot of writing. I don't know that I moved the needle on. It's not like we're down to 6 chapters yet. We should be. But I was bebopping. I was trying to catch up on a lot of stuff yesterday. Yeah, this was a Goodwill purchase from a couple weeks ago. Remember, I wore it, I think, on a Tipsy Tuesday, and I call this my Three's Company dress, my Suzanne Summers, because it just looks like has like a Three's Company vibe to it. Yeah, so it's a dress, Gab. Let me show it to you. I think I showed it on a Tipsy Tuesday, but it was dark. Look how cute it is, right? Perfect for the pesto strut, whatever that is. What? So we had a big day yesterday. Just went off the rails. I tried to explain to Jason why I'm going to Pontoon Beach for a random dance event with a bunch of OneFunnyMothers and swimming in Marta's circle pool, who has not in any way, shape, or form confirmed whether her circle pool is above ground. And I can't wait to see. I'm looking for a picture of her pool because I would love if she invited all of us over to get into her above ground pool and have a big party. Now, somebody on the supporter page posted a picture of a circle. I've never seen like a circle in-ground pool. Girl, somebody got one, and it was beautiful. It is. It is above or below, Marta. Marta, if you say it's above ground, crack up, girl. Mm-hmm. Tom says my pool is ready. Listen, I'll take pool invites. Is it above ground, Marta? Because I can't. I sent you a note. You did? With a picture? Oh, wait, here it is. All right, here it is. Oh, you did. Oh, it's a long, girl, it's a long note. Pontoon Beach. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's and we have a mayor. So funny. I can't see the picture. There's no picture. It just says that there was a picture. It doesn't actually show me. Tom is my husband. Oh, Tom's here too? The piece. I love how no matter who Marta brings up in her life, they magically appear in the chat. Have you noticed that? She was like, you guys have to be Michael. Boom, Michael's in the chat. Marta, can you please start discussing Jason Bateman? Because boom, Jason Bateman would show up in the chat. She was like, no, my husband's all on board. Yeah, Tom's my hubby. Of course he is. And he's here. He's in the chat. Christina, was that your picture? No pool picture yet. Marta, is it above? It's under the picture. I had above ground pool for 8 years. Lots of pool parties. I saw the picture of us at the shore, Marta. I see those pictures, but I don't see the pool. But I love that Tom's on board, and I can't wait to meet your sister and your nieces. I'm sure they'll be in the chat as well. So I know. I love it. I know. How many profiles does Marta have? Are these other people even real? Maybe that's not her husband. Maybe Mike wasn't even real. We won't know until we meet him. And who knows when that will be, unless, of course, he messaged me yesterday and said he'd love to be on the show, in which case I invited him. And guess what? Let me introduce you to the famous Michael.
Good morning.
Look at him, Michael.
Hi.
You were all over yesterday's show yesterday.
This is absolutely insane.
So how did you show up in the chat? I've never seen you before.
No. And
Did
I
Marta
never
text
seen
you?
you. No, she did not text me. So I was literally doing my morning routine and I saw a random tag and I was like, what is Marta doing now? And so I ended up logging in and I saw you and I've never heard my name so many times. And then you ended up saying, who is Michael? Who is Michael? And then it made me wonder, who is Michael? I had
Michael?
no idea.
It was so funny. So I don't know if you went back and watched the whole thing unfold, but it started out with Marta saw my patio with the flowers. She's like, I would love for somebody to help me with my flowers. And I said, you should start a garden club. And she said, well, I don't know anybody around here. And I said, well, tell us where you live. And so that was Pontoon Beach. And then Kelly's, and then all of out of the blue, she just says, oh my gosh, do you dance with Michael? Which I thought was a weird comment. And then I was like, oh, Kelly's probably drunk. And then she answered and was like, yes, I do dance with Michael. And I was like, who's Michael? So I was literally on your web because she was like, look up Effervescent Studio, fabulous website. So I looked it up and then I looked to here and I was like, is that the same? Like, it was just so funny how the whole thing like panned out. It was hilarious.
I absolutely love it. This is the best.
And then is it your fiance or is he your husband now? Where are we?
Fiance still.
And what's his name again?
Alex.
It is Alex.
Yes.
And so how long tell us about the studio? How do you know both of the ladies?
Oh my gosh. So I'll start with the studio. And so it's been a labor of love for the past 4 years and some change. And I am in actually Granite City, which Pontoon Beach is a subset of Granite City.
Okay.
And so,
nobody yesterday, Michael, even the people in Illinois were like, we have no idea where Pontoon Beach is. And everybody's like, sorry, Marta, we can't come. We have no idea. It's 4 hours away. But then as soon as we said we're going to have a dance party and go to Marta's pool, everybody's like, you know what? It's actually around the corner. All of a sudden, everybody knew where Pontoon Beach is.
We can make this happen. We truly we can make
do it.
this happen.
Yeah. So keep going. So you started
Yes.
3 years ago.
So yeah, started a few years ago, and actually it's kind of it's kind of like a narrative of a little bit of a rocky start. So I'm a member of the sober community in Granite City.
Okay.
And so back in 2020, when COVID shut the world down and we all had nothing to do, I ended up relapsing very hard. And at the time, I kind of kept it secret until it couldn't be kept a secret anymore. And in 2021, my partner found out, who is now my fiance.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he confronted me, and the ball started rolling. And what ended up happening was I went to treatment, and when I came back, I only had two things. I had this room, which was recently renovated, and then I had sober living because I wasn't allowed in my home. And so started the process, and I was like, I got to make this work. And ended up, we had maybe like 5 students who met with me regularly, and we just kept doing the deal, just kept building and building and taking it a day at a time. Literally, I still only think in a 24-hour period. So yesterday, planning today was very challenging mentally for me. I was like, oh, I gotta think about tomorrow. This is weird.
That's
So, but for the past
awesome.
4 years, we've been dancing it out. So I teach ballroom and social dancing to couples and individuals. And we do a lot of dance therapy. So I bring my recovery to the dance floor and we dance through life challenges together. And the whole goal is to build a community that upholds and supports one another, both on and off the dance floor.
Hmm.
And for the past 4 years, I feel like we've done that. So I'm very grateful.
Amazing. That's amazing. All right, so I have some questions. So tell me about you started dancing, I guess, as a kid, and then did you go to school for this? Like, what was your before time?
Man, I feel like all my stories are just so sad. So I actually started in my early 20s,
Hmm.
and I graduated from a private Christian college in South Carolina, and I came out. And when I came out, at that time, the world was totally different. So I lost job opportunities and things like that, and had a very rough start into adulthood. I ended up living. Some would say homeless, but I was in an apartment with 9 drag queens in a one-bedroom apartment,
You mean
and
you won the lottery? Is
I
that
really did. So we ended up like it smelled of man musk and Victoria's Secret love spell, like all at the same time.
it? Love it.
And
Hmm.
so I went on Craigslist one day because I woke up and I was like, just felt this. I always followed this internal voice, and this voice said to me one morning, said, "I love who you are, but it's time for you to work." And I went to Craigslist to find a job because I didn't have a car, transportation, nothing. And I saw an ad that said dance teacher wanted, and it was for an Arthur Murray studio in South Carolina, and I it was the only ad that worked. So I clicked on it, walked in, and when I say it was quite the experience, because I went in for a training class and I wore a Save Africa t-shirt, a hat that was kind of like this, because that was the fashion, rolled up blue jeans and Sperry's. And I walked into this ballroom and there were like 29 other young adults dressed in business casual. And I totally didn't fit in and ended up, the owner said, "Can you come back tomorrow wearing something more appropriate?" And I was like, "Sure." And ended up, the queen, I had nothing. So the queens, like, one gave me a pair of pants, one gave me a shirt, one gave me a tie, another gave me a pair of shoes. And I went back the next day and had fun for the next 2 days and sat in my interview. And she says, basically, like, why should I hire you? And I told her, I was honest. I said, I have nothing. I said, but if you give me a chance, I'll work my tail off for you. And ended up, I was the only one out of the 30 she hired. And in 3 years, became top 2 in the world for Arthur Murray teachers at the time, and began from there.
Michael, I feel like I already know why Marta and Kelly love you. Like, this is the most amazing story. And I love that you were like, the queens made me ready. And I was like, I wish the queens would make me ready.
If you just ask, they will. Trust me.
But it's amazing how, I mean, I think that the philosophy that it sounds like you have just in teaching people was like something that got you through on your own. It's just this amazing story of, you know, how you've used this art form to really build a life for yourself. It's quite
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you. I truly, I haven't done this by myself. I can honestly tell you that. So, Marta and her husband Tom started taking lessons from
We
me a
just
few
met Tom.
years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, that Tom.
that's Tom. He's real. Okay.
And they're two of the most incredible humans you could ever meet. Always willing to be there to help out and also to host. Like we've had several viewing parties at their home where they
Near
pull
the
out the
pool.
bonfire, the
Near the,
s'mores next to the pool,
is
and
the pool
we'll
above ground?
the pool is above ground. I can confirm that for you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. She was like, "We're gonna do it's a round pool." I was like, "Girl, nobody has a round and ground pool," but somebody did. So, but we're still coming, Marta.
I love it.
She's hilarious. And then how about Kelly? Because you know Kelly as well.
I do. So I actually met Kelly at a group class that I taught in Edwardsville, and Kelly is just as magnetic as Kelly appears to be. And like the thing that I love about Kelly is her heart of service because she takes some classes here and there, but she recently had some health things that she went through, which is totally great, and ended up she still showed up and so she mentioned our showcase dinner. So every April, to celebrate each year of my sobriety, we get together as a studio family, and there's anywhere from 275, 300 guests. And we have a showcase where several students like dance it out, but they're dancing for tips. Because I have a firm belief that when people do good, people should give good back into the world. And so they dance for these tips, and we collect the money, and each year we highlight a different nonprofit. And so we donate that money to a nonprofit. So we've donated anywhere from 3 grand to 8 grand just to different organizations because I really feel like it's what we should do. So every year Kelly, you should just see her. She's like frantically like tallying dollars and like keeping a running score and taking tickets. Like she's just a heart of gold. And I forget sometimes that people meet through the studio. It just blows my
Yeah.
mind.
Well, it was just funny, like how the two of them were just like, "Wait, do you dance with Michael?" And they immediately knew exactly what each other were talking about. And I'm like, "Who's Michael?" It was just so funny. So, how many students do you have now? Like, how big is your kind of dance community?
So the dance community, majority of my majority of the business is all private lessons. And so I have roughly, I would say about 80 students that I meet with weekly, and that's from couples and individuals, Monday through Saturday. And we dance it out for an hour at a time. And then last year I had the biggest blessing and the biggest like reminder that I'm not by myself in this. I had several teachers join in to bring in their mediums, and they teach evening classes. So anything from Zumba to hip hop, pound, yoga,
What's
uh, AMP kickboxing, and so and again, I the studio is a product of my recovery, but also a product of the community. And so what ended up happening to make space for these ladies to join in, I had to get another dance room. And so I had a capital campaign and raised all the money in a week. And my fiance and I renovated one of the rooms and transformed it into another dance space so we can accommodate the new classes.
Wow. Wow. All right. So you said a couple of types of dance that I didn't know. So at
Yeah.
the beginning, you said you do ballroom dancing and you
Yes.
do social dancing.
Yes.
What does that mean?
So we vocalize them as two separate things, but in all actuality, they are the same indeed. So ballroom dances being like waltz, tango, foxtrot, rumba, hustle, and then it gets into the social bracket with swing,
So they're all
some
they're all partnered dances.
Yes, ma'am. They are all partner dances.
Okay, and then you said something that there's a class that you do called Pound. You
Yeah.
named a couple, but I don't.
Yeah.
I know some of them, but I don't know what Pound is.
So outside of my classes, we have the other dance-based classes are Zumba, which is a high cardio movement. We've all heard of it to some extent. And then we have hip hop and choreography with cats. So those are like the two dance-based.
Okay.
Then the which also include a bit of cardio and workout in them. Then we have Pound, which is a class. I did one song in one class, and I felt the burn thereafter for the next week. But basically, it's like sticks, drumsticks,
Ah,
and rhythm, and moving up, down, left, right. Like you're all over the place, but you're over your own mat. And the ladies, they literally rock it out every week. And then we have
wow.
AMP kickboxing, which is a similar, just on your own.
Hmm. That's
Yeah,
so interesting.
I
Wow.
love it.
And I'm guessing, yeah, is Alex a dancer as well?
So, I love my fiance.
This is
He's
pretty
probably
big.
watching this right now.
He got
Um,
moves. He got his own moves.
he's got his moves. But here's what's very real. Like it, even though like we took that sabbatical for that 1 year and we came back together after my first year of sobriety. He shows up when he's needed, and so he's
That's all.
filled in some group numbers. The only thing I can just say, if you ever get a chance to experience his wiggle, like
I would love to.
his little salsa wiggle, it is pretty fabulous.
I'm there. Yeah, I'm there. All right. Well, listen, Michael, this has been such a pleasure getting to know you. It sounds like you just spread goodness and positivity wherever you go, and
Thank you.
that, people are drawn to that. I think it's very rarely do people mention people in the chat and then the next day that they're on the show. It's pretty much never. I mean, that's
Jason
not.
Statham. Jason
Yeah,
Statham.
Jason. Yeah, Jason Statham. Jason Statham. Any of the Jasons. I got a thing for Jasons. Oh, wait. And then Tom just wrote, and he always smells good. I don't know if you know that, but that's what Tom's contribution has been.
I
So,
appreciate it.
yeah. So you smell good as well. So I know that Marta is probably busy cleaning right now, preparing for our arrival.
Okay.
But I would love to keep in touch and see if we
Please,
can't put together like a One Funny Mother dance night
let's
with
do it.
you. And I don't know how many people you can fit in there, but I think the whole Midwest is coming.
I'm here for it. We have an entire sanctuary upstairs that we can completely host however many.
There we go. So it's awesome. It was such a pleasure meeting you. How can people follow you and follow your journey?
So they are more than welcome to find me on Facebook. So Michael K. Wooten on Facebook,
All
or
right,
follow the
let me put it
studio.
in the chat. So it's
Yeah.
Michael, Michael,
Yes, ma'am. Or Kenneth Wooten, my whole name. Or they can find the studio Facebook page. That's normally where I'm most active. But
Okay.
yeah.
And the studio Facebook. All right, I'm putting your name in. That's it.
Okay.
And then Effervescent. Can you spell it? Oh, it's right
E
there.
FFERVESCENT.
Effervescent Studio or Studios?
Studios with an S.
With the
Planning
S.
for the future.
Effervescentstudios.com.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to put that in the chat as well so people can find you.
Thank
But this was so fantastic, Michael. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see Alex's wiggle
Yes.
one day soon. And Alex is here too. Alex is of course, he's in the chat. We've
Of
said
course.
it. So of course he would show up in the chat. Well, Alex, we can't wait to meet you as well. But thank you so much. It seems like you're really bringing joy to so many people in our community and outside in your own community. So it's just a pleasure. And yeah, we'll keep in touch after the show and see if we can't put something together, obviously based on Marta's pool schedule.
Accurate. It completely revolves around that. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share. And
Yeah, this was great.
This has been incredible. You really took a chance on meeting a stranger.
Yeah, well, I mean, with this kind of comments that you're getting and this kind of love that you're getting just simply in the chat, it was like, oh, we have to meet him, and you fit right in, you and Alex. So
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much. It
Thank
was a
you.
pleasure. All right.
Same.
See you,
Bye.
Michael. Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye.
He's adorable. Oh my gosh. Isn't it just fun? Oh, yeah, Tracy, we're making a trip. We're going to make a trip. I don't know. We got to figure out all the deets. We got to figure out Marta's schedule. Get in touch with her. I don't know how I'm going to make this work because there's going to be a lot of moving parts, but we're going to do it. We're going to meet Michael. And guess what? We're meeting strangers and not in a dirty parking lot like we normally do. We do thrive on stranger meetups. So I know, like, what are the chances we start talking about Marta's patio and you end up meeting somebody who's like a golden soul, right? And it's just so funny. Like, do you ever just meet people who are doing something and you just feel like this is what they were meant to be doing? You know what I mean? You know how there's parts and times in your life where you're just like moving from thing to thing. You're like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing, where I'm supposed to be. And then you meet somebody like Michael. I'm like, he is doing exactly what he was meant to do. And I love his story because I'm sure that when Michael was going through all of the things that he was going through, much like the last 2 years of my life or whatever, wherever, whatever season you're in, and you're in that season, you're like, everything sucks, everything's horrible. And then if you stay in the game, if you keep your head up, if you surround yourself with good people and you get to the other side of it, you realize that your story, just hearing your story, just seeing where you landed, just seeing good things after these horrible things, really inspires people to keep going. So I just adore him. I'm now on the I Love Michael Club. So what a great vibe. Yeah, it makes me want to take a class with them right now. I know. Isn't that funny? There is a purpose. I know. So when's the dance retreat? Well, I gotta talk to Marta. I gotta talk to Michael. Um. So yeah. So crazy. So crazy. What a fun day. Now what are we gonna do? Now whoever we talk to, we're like, oh, you don't have a dance studio named after Pheasant? Oh, that's weird. Michael does. Oh, that's cool. Michael does. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now every time you talk about somebody in the chat, Dina, you should meet my friend Bob. I'm like, is it anything like Michael? Because if he's not, I mean, why would we meet him? We already have Michael and Alex. So I don't think we mean to meet Bob. You know what I'm saying? Everything will be constantly compared to Michael. And we'll just know who it is. Yeah, Marta, send me your digits. So, and you know what? This all happens because you put something into the universe. Marta was like, you know what I could really need? Really, really use help with? My patio. Boom. Yeah, and to think I canceled all Michael's years ago. Michael has restored my faith in Michael's. Isn't it true though, Shakendra? Like, you meet somebody and they will ruin a name for you. You're like, I hate all Susans. No offense, Susan. Just hate all of them. And then you're like, I'm sorry, I can't like you because I've met a Susan and she ruined Susans. And then you meet a nice Susan. You're like, oh gosh, maybe it was just this one ugly Susan I met. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, so funny. I know, Jason Bateman. It's gonna happen. Yeah, it's so funny. One funny mother, Dina Blizzard. Please read this. Madeline, that's all you wrote. What's the this? Madeline, I saw your post yesterday about your grandson and the poem. Girl, I dislike all Ashleys. I'm that way with Steve's. Isn't that funny? I don't know that I have. No, I do have one. I'm not going to say it, but I have a name. Makes me want to throw up in my mouth. This, Madeline, what's this? There's nothing under there. Michael has a wonderful friend named Susan. I'm sure he does. I don't want to ruin Susan's. I'm sure they're lovely. But it is funny when you meet too many people with the same name. And you're like, you are ruining this name. Oh, thanks, Tom. That's awesome. Well, I love it. This week is ending on a high note. Oh, no, you don't know. I just got what you meant. No, Shakendra's fine. I just got your joke. No, she fine. Yeah, that's funny. What are you eating? I made sausage and peppers early this week, and I've been eating it all week. It's literally my favorite thing. Now I think all the eggs are gone, so it's mostly just peppers, but it's just super yummy and light and doesn't hurt my belly. But I eat it pretty much all week. It's really good. I never met a Ben or Benjamin that didn't have a wonderful soul. When I picked my son's name, I remember telling him, I never met a Ben or Benjamin that didn't have a wonderful soul. He's just like that. Isn't that funny, Beth? That's how I felt about the name Dean. I've never met a Dean that I didn't like. Deans were just cool, you know? They were just like cool guys. And I was like, I'm going to name him Dean. Do the dogs try and eat your plants? Only when Lulu has a messed up belly. She ate pretty much an entire mint plant. But normally, no. I will say, Diane, that they'll put their head in the lavender and do that. But who wouldn't? I mean, I would love to do that. I once loved the name Katie, but had a supervisor. When she was mad, her eyes would move back and forth quickly and talk with her teeth tightly clenched. Scrambled eggs with sauteed peppers. That is exactly what I'm saying. Yes. My son is Ben, and he's a wonderful. Now that you're saying it, yeah, I've never met a Ben that wasn't just like cool. Yeah. Now Brian's a-holes. I'm not wrong. Oh, and it's 50-50 on a Brian. And I don't even know where that comes from. Like, I don't know, like, if I'm talking about a specific, I just feel it. I've known a lot of Brians, and it's 50-50. Am I wrong? Oh, Brian said, hey, now. Brian, you're in the good. I can feel it. Come on, Brian. You've met some of you. And you're like, all right, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not saying anything I cannot say. Have you met Dina's? We're either fantastic or straight kooky pants. Madeline, I don't see anything. If you're adding like I saw the poems. I know, that's what I said. It was adorable. Men named Chris will be the death of me. Kelly, you got a good Brian. I had an awesome boss. I agree with the Bryans. It could go either way. Yeah, you're right. I am both. I am fantastic and kooky crazy. So, I'm not wrong. It's funny. Oh, there is an I and Y differential with the Bryans. You're right. And that's the problem. Did I tell you this story? Wait, I don't even think I told you this. This is hilarious. I called Chewy the other day because I get the dog's medicine on Chewy. So, and I'm like getting like low on the medicine, and I'm like, well, let me call, make sure. So I called Chewy. The lady picks up. I don't hear what she says at the beginning. She says, how can I help you? She goes, she goes, tell me your name and so I can help you better. So I said, my name's Dina. And she just gets real quiet. She goes, ma'am, can you tell me your name so I can help you better? I said, oh, yeah, it's Dina. And she goes, what? Are you joking with me? I go, I don't think so. She goes, I just asked you your name. And I was like, yeah, still Dina. She goes, your name is Dina too. And I go, wait, is your name Dina? She goes, yeah, I said that. I said, my name is Dina. What's your name so I can help you? I go, oh, I didn't hear the first part. She goes, so is your name Dina? It's still Dina. Like we could both be named Dina. And she was like silence. And so she gets real quiet. She goes, how do you spell it? I go, is this a test? I said, DENA. Silence. She goes, that's how I spell it. And I said, there's not a lot of us. She goes, there's no one else. It was the most ominous call I have ever had with anybody. I said, and I'm all light about it. I was like, oh, yeah, there's not a lot of us that spell it D anyway. She goes, nobody spells it that way except for me. I go, are we fighting? It just was so funny. It was the funniest conversation. And I was like, and I stand by what I say. We're either super awesome or straight crazy. And I was like, let me give her the benefit of the doubt. And I'm still trying to figure out if she's crazy. And then I said, hey, I need to order this medicine. And then she says, have you researched this medicine? A lot of people don't agree with it. I go, I talked to my vet about it and he prescribed it. And she's like, there's a lot of other alternatives. It was just, and I was like, are you gonna give me the medicine? It just, yeah, it was very funny. Yeah, exactly, Junian. She was basically freaking out. She was like, your name can't also be Dina. And that is how I spell it. So you're not allowed to spell it that way. It was very funny. There can only be one, Kim. Only one. Mm-hmm. Unlike, remember The Walking Dead where everybody was named Negan? It's like that, except no one's named Dina with an E. So there's that. That was fun. A little kooky crazy. Mm-hmm. She got a lot of opinions. Listen, I have been doing nothing but writing, and I have talked to no one. I barely left the house for 3 days. And so it's just ironic that I finally get on the call to talk to somebody from Chewy. I'm like, oh, well, this will be nice at least to talk to somebody. And then she was real angry. Mm-hmm. And then it's my exact complete name, first and last. Really? Yeah. Yeah, my name is spelled differently all the time until I saw Tanya here. Yeah. Yeah, and how many Tanyas are there? Not a lot. Not a lot. It's so funny. So funny. I didn't know that there's another way to spell Meredith. I've never seen anybody spell it the other day. What's an old order Baptist? Beth said, I have an Aunt Dina. She's an old order Baptist. I don't know what that means. Do they look different? I don't understand. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. No, somebody told her she's the only Dina and there could be no others. There's probably like a hit out on me. Like Amish. I haven't seen something. Don't find that at all. Carla with a K, there's not a lot of you. I'm like that with the pronunciation of my name. It's Marta. I say Marta, but you don't want that. You want Marta. Because I did notice that that's what Michael said when he pronounced your name. Marta. Is that right? Marta. I have only known one other Anne Marie until this group. Oh, I know a ton of Anne Maries. Italians. They're everywhere. Anne Marie. They're everywhere. No, there's not a lot of yellow. Yeah. So funny. Marta. Okay. Marta. I'm actually dragging it out, but I think it's just Marta, not Marta. Which one? Marta or Marta? This feels like mommy. Is it mommy or mommy? Oh, okay. Let me tell you what's going on right back here. That's Jason talking to, I'm not going to say the name of the company, but he hired this company to come out and spray for mosquitoes. And we're sitting out here. He's like this. He's like, do you see these mosquitoes? The simple way, Marta. Not Marta. I'm going to ruin it. Marta. Yeah. It's Marta. Not Marta. I'm going to keep doing it. Anyway, so he's like, do you see these mosquitoes out here? I go, yeah, that's what mosquitoes do. And it is my own version of Family Feud. I said, yeah, he goes, Dina, I paid to have it sprayed. And I go, okay. He goes, well, there should be none. I go, I don't think that's how that works. He goes, it shouldn't be like this. So he calls the company the next day. He said, I am still seeing mosquitoes. Fine. He says, you guys were supposed to come spray. Oh, he's leaving a message. He goes, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't see you, and I'm still seeing mosquitoes. And then I just started cracking up laughing. And he's like, what's so funny? I said, you work somewhere different. They could have come on any random day within 8-hour periods, and now you're going to act like, well, I didn't see you, so you didn't come. I go, just so you know, that doesn't mean anything. But I can see now. He convinced him to come and spray. So now, Judy said, shout out to the Judy. Judy. Same name. Judy. I'm going to mess up everyone's name. Yep. I don't know another Lorene. There's not a lot of you. I see you got him to come back.
Yeah. Gotta protect you from the mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes. Thank you. I appreciate you. I don't know what they used, Diane, but that man was in like a full thing. I don't know. That spells my name, Atia. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. They're all in the house now. I've always hated the spelling of my name. I wish my mother had chosen differently. Vikki. Vicky. I don't know. If you're going to do it a little different, it still looks like Vicky. You know what I'm saying? It's that it's a whole thing. Oh, here comes our next guest. Hey, good morning. We are guest heavy today. All the handsome fellas. No, you're good. All right.
Oh, this is nice.
Isn't it? I know. Have you not? You've been with me out here before, haven't you? Oh, maybe it was Missy.
Nice.
Maybe it was Missy.
Could have been.
So Tommy's back, America's Funniest Handyman.
Hi.
Oh, wait, I was telling him this story. So I had a corporate gig last weekend, and it was at a college. And there was this young kid with a high-vis shirt on. You have to lean forward. There you go. Because if you don't, I look like Hagrid and you look real tiny. See?
This is how the cool people podcast nowadays.
Is it?
They lay back in the couch
Do
and they
they?
act like everything they say
It's super cool.
It's super cool.
Yeah. I didn't recognize him with his low-vis shirt on.
Yeah.
How will the ladies find you?
I wouldn't call this low vis. I would call this mid vis.
There's no mid-vis. There's nothing vis about it.
But there's piping. And look at my logo. And my pencils. I got my pencils here, and my glasses.
I love it.
Yeah, well, those high vis shirts are usually the last ones that I wear in the closet because they don't have all the pockets that I like. Like these have these little pockets on the side, which are great.
Why
for
do guys like
carpenters.
pockets?
Carpenters like pockets. I think any good tradesperson should really embrace pockets
Just wearing
because
all
they
their
they
tools.
make you efficient.
Mm.
Like if I got to go screw a bunch of things in, I can put a
Now,
bunch
let
of
me ask
screws in
you.
my pocket, and then I'm efficient.
Let me ask you this, because you're like a superhero. You wear your high vis shirt.
I wish my daughters felt that
with
way.
all your pockets, right, during work time. But when you're not at work and you're just casual Tommy, just out and about, and you have like a regular shirt on, do you miss your pockets? Are you like, oh, I don't have my high vis shirt on, like that?
Well, yes.
We do miss
If
that.
I'm wearing a shirt that doesn't have any pockets, I am usually aware of that, and I'm like,
You're like,
now I got to put my glasses in my pants pocket. My glasses get smashed in my pants pocket.
It's got to be hard for you.
Yeah, it's very difficult. It's very trying. It's very first world handyman problem.
So how is graduation?
It was very emotional for me. It was very emotional. My 18-year-old daughter graduated high school yesterday, and it was awesome. Yeah, I got there were flowers, and she had a great smile on, and it was just really nice. She was nice to me. And that's
all you need.
Which if you have 16, 17, 18-year-olds, sometimes, they can go months without really noticing you or being nice to you very much. And then when they are, you're like, oh, they do love me. So I got some nice pictures, and it was great. It was great.
That's awesome.
Wonderful.
It is kind of like
big deal.
nice and surprising when like the day that your kid's like, hey, do you want to go out to lunch with us? And you're like,
you want to go out to lunch with me?
Are you asking me to go to lunch with you? And they're like, yeah, did you want to come? We're going to go. And you're like, in public?
Yeah. You're like, should I change?
Yeah. I'm like, am I paying? They're like, yeah, of course. Like, okay.
Of course you're paying.
Still a step in the right direction. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think the high school graduation for parents is a bigger deal than it is for the kids. I think yesterday seemed like a bigger deal for me than it was for her because it's it's like, okay, time to let go.
Yeah. Well, they're ready to get out.
Totally.
And we would like them.
Yeah. They're already
Do they
out.
invite you and expect you to pay? Yeah, of course, Nancy.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have money.
My daughters took me out for my birthday, and I paid. And I was like, you guys didn't even get me a card.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're here having dinner with you.
You have our presents.
I'm like, great, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why there are chest pockets on women's shirts. Do designers think we're going to put a pack of cigarettes in them? They do that.
Or
a lot of pockets.
A pair of glasses. Or a pocket is a nice frame for a brooch.
You said brooch. Who's wearing brooch? If you went on a date with somebody and they had a brooch on, you wouldn't think that was weird?
Nobody says brooch anymore.
No, or rouge.
Brooch is like a 60s high hair thing.
Yeah. Do you know what rouge is?
Yeah, isn't that blush?
Yeah. Well, it is, but it's
What's the
it's a cream. It's a cream. And so my grandma would put rouge here. She put it on her lips. She put it anywhere. And I was like, I don't think that's what rouge is for. She'd just do her whole head in rouge. And I was like, I don't think this is right, Grandma.
Huh.
But yeah, rouge is not a thing so much anymore.
Well, makeup has changed a lot in the last couple decades, hasn't it?
Tell me.
Well, hasn't it like gotten a little more health conscious, a little more health friendly for like, trying to make different types of makeup not have negative effects on your skin versus having positive effects on your skin?
There's nothing positive about painting your face every day.
Okay.
But I like that you think that. I will say they don't test on animals. You'll see that Nas tested on animals. I don't know what animal they were putting lipstick on years ago, but they were doing all kind of testing on animals, and that was like a big no-no. So they stopped doing that.
I think hasn't makeup gotten more popular for men?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, our president and our vice president both wear makeup. So I'm just figuring they're trendsetters.
You're not wrong.
They're trendsetters.
Yeah,
right?
You're not wrong. Let me ask you, because we were talking about this earlier in the week. I'd love to know your thoughts. What do you think about the transition between years ago in the 90s, women wearing pantyhose, and then now there's like sans pantyhose? Like women, you'll very rarely see a woman in pantyhose.
I think it's wonderful because pantyhose just seemed like a big pain in the ass for every woman that had to wear them. And they're superfluous. I think a woman's leg is typically
just got hot. Those are big words. That's my favorite word is superfluous.
I think women's legs are typically pretty without the pantyhose over the top of it.
Yes.
And I think of pantyhose, I'm hoping that makeup ends up in a similar way. I think women need less. Less is more.
Less is more.
I think that my opinion is that pantyhose and the beauty industry in general has a way of making women feel like they need to be better than their regular self, as if their regular self is just never good enough. You know, for years I was married to a woman who couldn't even just put on a baseball hat and go to the grocery store. Like, had to be an hour of being done up.
Yeah, it's too much pressure.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of pressure.
I can't. I don't have that. Yeah, but then you're sometimes with guys who do zero. And they got hair coming out their ears and stuff. You're like, well, they're going to need, listen, there's a lot happening. I'm going to need you to bump it up.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself like a metrosexual? Like, do you do like a certain amount of quaffing?
My daughters would consider me metrosexual. Yeah. But I think if I was metrosexual, I would have a lot more nicer shirts.
Listen, you are a trendsetter. There's nothing wrong with these shirts.
I'm a trendsetter in the blue collar industry.
No, in all of it. You're nice. You're funny. You got high vis shirts on. You're easy to find.
I'm easy to find.
Easy to find in a crowd. That's important. You got a good man. You don't want to lose him. You be like, oh, where is he? Where's my high vis honey? That's what it is.
I'm gonna put that down. Next time I do get on a dating site, I'm easy to find.
Easy to find in a crowd.
Easy to find in a
crowd. High vis honey.
Yeah. My high corners are shiny too, so that helps.
No, listen.
I still have
you
a lot
got
of hair. I have a lot of hair for my age.
Tommy, you gotta get some perspective here. That head of hair, ding, 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 big win.
I'm having a good hair day.
It's a good.
I try to have a good hair day if I think I might be on your show.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I'm hoping you might be on my show today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would be nice. Up here in Minnesota, we have a lot of lumbersexuals. I've never heard of a lumbersexual, but I get what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
What's your style on the weekends?
Flip-flops. And flip-flops and shorts, typically.
All right. This is a serious question. You and I have known each other for
a while. But I have good feet.
I like you as a person. That was what I was going to say. Oh. I believe that there should be a law enacted that no men should ever be able to show their feet because they're like ogre feet.
No, I have good-looking feet. I've been complimented many times by strange women. Hey, you have handsome feet. You have good-looking feet.
All right, let me just say
I don't have gross toenail fungus.
Thank you.
I trim my toenails.
Okay.
And I don't have a ton of hobbit hair.
Did you ever get a pedicure?
Yeah, I've had a pedicure before.
Tommy,
and a manicure.
These ladies are going to go nuts. So you have a full head of hair.
I'm not.
You have nice feet. You're funny, and you know how to fix things.
Yeah.
Do you know this puts you in the top 1% of available men who are easy to find?
There's got to be some things about me that would take me out of the 1%.
I don't know. I'm not seeing it.
I have cats. Does that make me?
I don't know. Some ladies
sensitive?
like cats.
Okay.
Yeah, submit your feet as Exhibit A.
Submit my what?
Your feet.
Oh.
We're going to need to...
No, not here.
Your Honor, we would like to submit... Yeah, you're a catch. They're all saying it.
I just think that there are a lot of men who do not take care of themselves.
Quaff.
They don't. Yeah, quaff if what you want to call
It's
it.
a little something.
There's a lot of men out there that don't take care of themselves. You look at it and you're like, dude, like what is going on? Like literally nose hair so long that it almost touches the upper lip. Ear hair so long that it's like you could comb it.
Yeah.
Eyebrows. Like what?
What?
Yeah.
Just too much.
And what's with the comb overs? You know?
Yeah.
Come on.
It's a last ditch effort.
Just let us see.
And you're like, let's let it go.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Yeah. Yeah. So do you have certain things like for like a lady, like, all right, for instance, what if you went on a date and you were like, I'm digging her. She's funny. She's intelligent. She likes to do outdoor things, but she wore a lot of makeup. Would that be like
it wouldn't be a deal breaker unless like she feels the need that she has to have all that stuff on everywhere she goes.
In this scenario, she does.
Yeah,
Would you tell her? Would you be like,
I've had girlfriends in the past that were like that, and it's really
it's a lot
exhausting.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. It takes up a lot of time, and it also shows a level of insecurity that I don't particularly like. We all have insecurities.
Yeah.
That's one that I don't like being around.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Like you should be able to just, like I said,
throw
on a baseball hat and go to the store to grab a few things. Like it shouldn't be a production every time you leave the house. It doesn't have to be an hour-long production.
Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing.
That's my feeling.
So if you had to say like what would be like that, you know, that they give you that question in like interviews, so like what would be one negative about you? Is there one negative? Because we're all seeing positives. What would be your one negative?
Right.
He is.
I'm sure I have.
Mind be.
I'm sure I have many negatives. Hey, let me call my kids.
Well,
dog.
like I have a big mouth. If I had to pick one, I would say
physically
like,
large, or you never shut up.
I just don't shut up. Like I would be like, I could see that I might be a lot for a certain kind of man.
I would put myself in that category, and I think a lot of comedians also would put themselves in that category. Sometimes we're around people and we keep having funny ideas.
Yeah.
We keep having funny comebacks and funny remarks. And if
some
it's not
people
another
like
comedian, a lot of times they're like, Jesus, shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Do you ever?
I've seen that face.
Do you have to have a funny comment for everything I say?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Like, yeah, I guess I do.
And I could keep it on the inside, but
So-
then my head will explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not exorbitantly rich.
In spirit, you are.
Oh yeah, I'm wealthy in the heart. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
interesting.
not too many drawbacks in my world. I mean, I take good care of myself. I'm pretty nice to most people I meet. I have a lot of compassion for people.
Some people I punch right in the face.
Do you?
No, I was just saying it just sounded funny. You're like,
Do ya?
I'm nice to most people I meet. Others I push down to the ground.
Yeah, some people. Do you have to have a snarky comment for everything I say?
That's what I mean. That's
Yeah.
my problem.
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
No, it makes a good morning show host.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would think like, because literally no one answers me back. I mean, thank God these comments are here. I'd be a complete nut job.
Yeah, if nobody was listening, we would look a little insane.
Well, you know, when I started, there were like 7 people here.
Well, I know how that feels.
You know.
I have a small following
Probably
myself.
not
You know, and
Yeah.
you have to do an ego check once in a while and go, okay, well,
Yeah.
you know, am I going to penalize the 1.5 million people that aren't here, or am I going to take care of these nice folks that are here listening?
Yeah.
Right?
That's nice.
Right.
All right. Well, are you doing anything fun this weekend?
This weekend, I am going to play tennis. I'm going to have some breakfast with a contractor buddy of mine, a good old, really wonderful human being. And, I'm going to see Ringo Starr with one of my daughters.
What?
Yeah.
Does she want to go?
Yes, she wants to go.
Really?
Yeah, both of my kids were introduced to Beatles music early on.
Interesting.
And this is funny because I had 2 tickets to see Ringo Starr last year.
Okay.
And I think it was September, October. And my daughter and I were driving to the concert, driving to the Mann Center.
Okay.
And I tell my daughter, hey, you can look up his set list. You can look up what his set list was the last couple shows, and we can see what kind of songs he's going to be singing. Wouldn't that be neat?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah, let's look it up. So she looks it up and she goes, Dad, he's sick and the show got canceled. So
Wow.
we were
so
bummed.
This is it a year later?
This is 9 months later. Here we are. He rescheduled and came back to Philly.
Wow.
Because we were one of the cities that he missed, and he's on tour again.
That's nice.
And he tours with all kinds of different musicians all the time. And he's always, I don't know how you pick a favorite Beatle, but I would definitely say him and George were my favorite Beatles.
That's awesome. And I love that you're going with your daughter that just graduated.
No.
Your younger daughter.
The other one.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, my 18-year-old was originally the one that wanted to go. And then the 16-year-old was like, well, if Olivia can't go because of senior week, I'll go. That sounds fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah, we're going to go see.
That's great. I love that you guys are doing that together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be good.
I've gone to a couple concerts with Dean, not Jacqueline yet, but I do. I love going with Dean. I think there's a bug in there.
There's a bug right there.
Don't drink anymore. No, he's in there.
Oh,
now.
he's in there swimming. Man.
I can make you some coffee.
He's doing the backstroke.
All right. Well, listen, everybody. We had a great week this week. We met a really fantastic fellow. He is. His name is Michael, and he's renewed our faiths in Michael. Are there certain names that when you hear certain names, you just don't like them? Like we were saying, like somebody said they don't like people named Steve. I was like, I'm real iffy on Brian's.
Huh.
You don't have to say specific names.
No.
But outside of other names, are there certain like names that you're just like, eh? Like I've never met a Dean I didn't like. That's why he got its name.
Probably like Brent. Brent. Like Brent has his collar up when he doesn't need his collar up. Brent drives a convertible that's way more expensive than it needs to be, and his collar's up, and his hair is coiffed, heavily coiffed. So yeah, I don't like Brent.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Screw
Melanie
that guy.
said I agree with Brent. Somebody said I don't like Kevin's.
Yeah.
All right, Chad. Chad would be another one that's a little iffy.
I know a couple of good Chads,
Do
so
you?
I can't diss the Chad, but I can
Okay.
see where that Brent and Chad kind of fall into that
They're
same.
in the same. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
Mhm.
All right, everybody. Well, that's it for us for the weekend. We met some new friends. We talked about pantyhose. We did a whole bunch of stuff. Next week, we will be preparing. Next week, we're going to Quebec.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll be
fun.
preparing for our trip to Quebec and getting out and getting packed, the 5 minutes before I leave.
Yeah.
And Marta said she sent the pool pictures, so I'll check them out. And is it Scott? Was that your Tom? Tom, her husband, said they got 2 acres, plenty of room. So we'll see. And the good Brian said goodbye to everybody.
Okay.
So that's it, everybody. Like Judy from Saskatoon and Good Time Andrea say, follow Michael because he is magical. And you're going to want to keep Michael in your life for sure. So thanks for watching.
And you could check out my new vlog. I just started vlogging. It's called Diary of a Handyman.
Okay. Where do they find it?
On my YouTube channel or on my Facebook page, America's Funniest Handyman.
Boom.
Or TikTok, too. I'm on TikTok as
On the
well.
TikTok. Make sure
America's
you follow.
Funniest Handyman, Diary of a Handyman.
When you should make sure you separate those words. Diary of a Handyman. Because when you said it said Diarrhea Handyman.
Ooh, yeah. Diary of a Handyman.
Not Diarrhea Handyman. It's a
No,
different
that
show.
would be one of my negatives. Diary of a Handyman would definitely be one of the things that would disrupt my Tinder profile.
We're going to really mess up your dating profile today. All right, everybody, that's it for us. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and a blessed day. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One Funny Morning.